Hello, I'm Bishop Caleb Kinley, and I would like to talk to you about Ron Paul. Many of you are fully aware that Super Tuesday has already come and gone. However, some people don't realize yet that places like Ohio and Texas still has yet to vote, and that's coming up soon. And don't forget the elections in November. And until then, there are several things that we each can do to help get the word out about Congressman Ron Paul. And one of those things is that we can continue to canvass our areas and let people know about Congressman Ron Paul and let them know that he is indeed still in the race. Many of you are already aware that the MSM, the mainstream media, has made it appear in some cases that Congressman Paul has dropped out of the race, which is absolutely false. And so there are millions of people, millions of Republicans that have not come out to vote because they are sunk in apathy. They are just don't know what to do. They've given up completely on our country. But I'm here to tell you today that it's not the time to give up. It's time to go out and wake people up. Let them know that Congressman Paul is still in the race and he's going to be in into the end. And there are many people that are not even aware of the platform or the popular message of freedom that Dr. Paul espouses in his speeches many times. So it is not up to just myself or you, but it's up to the individual grassroots revolution to go out and pull these people out of the pit that they are in and inform them that they can be a positive force for change this coming November. So that's one thing we could do, that is canvas. We could also pass out DVDs for things such as America, Freedom to Fascism, a video by Aaron Russo, and the Money Debtors, the Money Changers, the Money Masters. There's different videos on YouTube that you could possibly download and put on CDs and hand them out with your material. And this is very important. It is important that we help to wake people up, that we should inform them of the things like the Federal Reserve and how it's not a government agency, but rather a privately owned company that is helping to destroy America. And we must be brave, we must be bold, we must work together in the state that you are in, investigate the voting record of your senators and of your congressmen, and if they have voted against the Constitution, then you need to start legal action and impeachment, or recall them, or even challenge them in a court of law for failure to uphold their oath of office. Now, these are just basic things that you can do, because you know that we do have people such as Jim Forsyth running in New Hampshire, and other people as well that are taking up the mantle there and are coming on into the race with the Ron Paul platform. And you have to be very careful on who you choose to back out of those that are supposedly picking up the mantle, because some may eventually fold to the ravening wolves that are already in Congress. They could be playing you just to get in Congress. Now, this is not the case with Jim Forsyth. He's a great guy, and he put a lot of work into New Hampshire on behalf of Dr. Ron Paul, and I believe him to be an ethical and true man that will uphold the platform of Dr. Paul and uphold the Constitution. There are other things you can do. You can get involved with your meetup, continue to stay involved and work together, and we can form some kind of huge, large freedom movement to take back our country. Now, I've seen several websites out there that could be beneficial, but I'm not the expert on websites and the people that actually own the websites. I don't know who their allegiance is to. Perhaps you know, and if you do, feel free to let me know. Another thing I want to go ahead and tell you is that my wife and I and my children are involved as well. We have started a project called Dear Dr. Paul. And what it is a letter bomb coming up on February the 27th through February the 28th. We're trying to gather 500 letters from people like you who support Dr. Paul. And what we're going to do is when we get those letters, it doesn't cost you anything. Just sit down, take a few minutes of your time. You can write a whole letter, or you can write just a paragraph and email it to us through the submitting form at dear.drpaul.acmj.org. It's dear.paul.acmj.org. And when we get your letters, if we can get enough, what we're going to do is put it in a book that I'm publishing. It's called Dear Dr. Paul, Writings from the Revolution. And we hope to get enough as well for a volume 2, and enough from international followers of Ron Paul as well to call it Dear Dr. Paul, Writings from the Worldwide Revolution. Because as you and I both know, the powerful message of freedom reaches across the seas and the continents, and therefore we have people in Paris, we have people in China and Italy, in Great Britain, in Australia. All these people that see the positive message of Dr. Paul, it resonates within themselves, and they are tired, like you and I, of being oppressed by our oppressive governments. And we just want to have the freedom that the Americans have through our Constitution when it's fully enacted and fully followed. So once again, there are several things you can do to keep momentum going in your area and in your state, and that is canvas, get the word out, pass out CDs of Dr. Paul and of Aaron Russo's Freedom to Fascism, Alex Jones, some of his videos, martial law, Endgame, and some of the others. And then there's YouTube videos, the Money Masters or Money Debtors. I'm not sure exactly what the title of the videos are. You can do call-ins to your local radio shows. You could write letters to the editor, and you could also sit down, take a few minutes, and write a letter, address it to Dear Dr. Paul, and email it to us at our website at dear.paul.acmj.org. And doctor is just abbreviated, so it's drpaul.acmj.org. And when we get your letter and we have enough, we'll slap it right in a book, and we'll publish it. And Dr. Paul will receive $1 per book sold as a royalty. And we'll also help people like the Ron Paul Revolution Radio, Daily Paul, Call for Paul, and it also would help our local delegates here in Arkansas, in Hot Springs, Arkansas, help them finance them to be able to get to St. Paul, Minnesota. So again, I appreciate the opportunity to stand before you and talk about a great man, Dr. Ron Paul, and may God richly bless you.